Ni hao, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to my very first vlog ever. This is exciting for me. And before I get started and tell you why I'm going to Shanghai and why I'm so excited about it and what I might miss from here, the Netherlands, I'll just quickly do a disclaimer, and that is to say, I'm not doing these vlogs to become a famous China vlogger. I'm actually just doing them for my friends and family, especially those abroad, so that they can, actually experience part of this journey with me. I feel like it would be different than from the vlogs that I used to do. I used to write blogs, for example, when I lived in Canada and Glasgow too. I wrote blogs, and this, I guess, is a bit more accessible for everybody. So, Dots in Canada or Grandma, I hope you're watching. If you are very interested in China, maybe this is not the channel for you. I will every now and then film stuff in Shanghai too. I got not a GoPro, but a Sony little camera, and I'll probably take it with me on the subway and things like that. But yeah, there are plenty of China vloggers out there, so I suggest you watch those as I did. These past 2 months, I have basically binge watched a couple of channels and no regrets actually. I feel very prepared for my journey. So let's get started. Why am I going to Shanghai? Well, obviously I got a job there, or obviously most of you know. Um, I was for the past 2 years I was working in and near Enschede in the Netherlands at a high school, and I was secretly looking for other jobs, alternatives. I am a single lady without a house, without a dog, and I'm never gonna get a dog. And without any kids, things like that. So now is the time for me to go abroad again. I mean, it started itching again after 2 years. So on this app that I had, I saw an application, not an application, a job opening in Shanghai. So I thought, let's give that a try. Did the interviews and got the job. I do know that China is becoming stricter and stricter about foreigners, which ones they're letting in, but I guess I was good enough. So, thank you very much, Sheshe. I'm really excited about going to Shanghai. So, why Shanghai? Well, Asia is actually part of the world that I haven't been to yet. I do have friends from China and Taiwan, so they kind of got me into their culture a while ago while I lived in an international student house, and I already got to try some of their food, things like that. I'm excited for many reasons to go to Shanghai, actually. I'm excited to learn the language because I think Chinese is a very useful language and a bit difficult, but that's a challenge, and I love a good challenge. So I want to learn Chinese. I have already gotten started and got a little certificate from the University of Enschede. But it doesn't mean much. It just means that I got started. 我的汉语不好 right now, but I will definitely keep on trying, keep on practicing, and I'm not just going to Shanghai to make expat friends, definitely not, because I want to keep on learning and also experiencing the real deal, the culture. So I'm excited about the culture, definitely. Um, I'm excited about the students that work hard. This is not necessarily to stab my ex-students in the back. I don't think they'll be watching, but anyway, the Netherlands, the Dutch students have this mentality of scoring a 6 out of 10 is good enough. For example, if you put in minimum effort and you pass, then that's fine. And it's true, the school system works like that. If you get a 9 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10, in the end, ultimately, it doesn't really matter as long as you pass. So why work harder than you absolutely have to? And I really dislike this system. I like pushing my students harder, and I like it when my students work hard, and I expect more of them than they do, and that's frustrating. So at least students in China will be really motivated, especially mine, because I believe that they'll all want to go to universities abroad, for example, US. So I want to see some proper work ethic, and I really appreciate China for that. The Chinese mentality is to work hard and to do your best or try even better, and to not just do the minimum and try and get away with that. I'm very excited also about Chinese food. I've been practicing these past months with my chopsticks, and I feel about ready. I am not a vegan. I am totally ready to eat anything except maybe bugs and crunchy animals like that, but we'll see what happens. I would be glad to do a little food tour later maybe a couple months in. I'm leaving next week. I'm kind of tired of eating my daily potato, so there's no way I'm gonna miss potatoes. I might miss dairy, but that's about it. I'm so excited about Chinese culture, about the food, about the people I'll meet, about the way the school system works. I worked at a high school in Canada, and I saw how it works over there. I know how it works in the Netherlands, obviously, and I'm now going to see how it works in China, and maybe in the future I'll teach elsewhere. I don't know. I'm not the type of person who knows where she'll be 5 years from now. But anyway, maybe by the end of all my teaching, I will be able to write a book about global education. Who knows? So here's what I might miss about the Netherlands. To be honest, not too much, besides obviously number one, friends and family. I'll miss those. And I will probably miss drinking water from the tap. I'm very used to doing that, drink lots of water each day and lots of tea. And I'll probably end up making that mistake and drinking tap water in China, but I guess I will only do that once, get really sick, and be done with that. What I will also miss is the weather. No, maybe. The Dutch weather is not great. It's a bit wet and things like that, but we do have 4 seasons, and I'll miss winter, especially after Canada. I really appreciate the cold, the crispness of a nice wintry night, and places where it never really freezes, they got lots of cockroaches, so I'm not too excited about those. And well, I'll miss my internet freedom, but on the other hand, I also already got my VPN sorted out. I downloaded slash signed up for Viper VPN on my phone as well as on my laptop, so I should be okay Facebook wise, at least until January 2018. Please, China, don't be too strict. I guess I will miss my hometown. I missed my hometown and just Europe in general, in Canada too, basically, because Europe is such a cute place. So many little countries with their own little languages and their own habits, and everybody is so proud of where they come from. It's a very exciting place and very entertaining. I mean, so many people have different opinions on how to properly prepare a certain food. And it's just great getting to know all these little bits. It's just there's such a variety, but I am sure that China also has a great variety of different foods and beliefs, and I'll be able to find many of those in Shanghai too. I mean, it's basically a big melting pot of cultures. Before I go, here is a little video that I did today with my brother that we took in Groningen. Okay, so what we have here is something very, very Dutch. It is food from the wall, and you basically just put money in, pick what you want, and take it out. And sometimes you can take out two at the same time if you're lucky. However, they don't like it that you try. There's people behind this wall just putting new stuff in, fresh-ish stuff. But what I want, I can't seem to find it. Waar is mijn eierbal? Ah, so this baby right there has an egg inside, and only Groningen has it. So not even Amsterdam, you guys. This is what it looks like inside.
So you have reached the egg.
Groningen's finest. So honestly, this is the type of food that you basically eat after drinking all night, and you have some spare change in your pocket, and you just go to the wall and you snack on like unhealthy crap, because let's face it, it's not healthy. It's all fried, deep fried stuff.
Also, there's no sexy way to eat this, so you just gotta deal with my face right now.
So how would you rate that eierbal? 1 out of 10.
Out of 10, I would say 8 out of 10. It's
Not
always
bad, not
better
bad.
when you're like hammered, you know? But I mean, right now, I guess it hit the spot. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss Groningen, that's what.
Now, obviously, I'm not really going to miss that thing that I ate from the wall, but just the whole atmosphere of this city, Groningen, my hometown. Yeah, I mean, it always feels like home, so I will be happy to come back for summer or whenever. I'm always happy to come back here. This beautiful house where my parents live. So happy that they're supportive of what I'm about to do. Um, so I guess here comes the spiel. Please, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. 谢谢你们，再见。